I know you're feeling stuck, you are feeling unproductive, your to-do list is getting longer and longer, yet you're staring on your screen, you're scrolling through social media, you feel fogged in your brain and you're wondering, how can you get out of this? Why are you being so lazy? Why are you being so unproductive? You're judging yourself and you're wondering, why there are these days where you're super productive and then there are other days you can't even force yourself to do something. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela and today I want to talk about how you can reset when you feel unproductive. Let's get into this. First of all, I want to make clear that I said on purpose when you feel unproductive because that's a feeling. I want you to stop punishing yourself when you're being unproductive, when you are not getting as many things done as you would usually, as you would do on other days, because we are human beings, we are beautiful women, we are not robots, and we are also not supposed to be productive 24/7, even though it is being portrayed that we should be productive always at any time, and when we are sleeping too long, when we are resting too long, we are lazy, we are kinda not making it, we are being unproductive. Now it's important to understand what means actually being productive and being unproductive, because so many people do believe that productivity is in doing. Like when you are doing, you are being productive, right? When you are getting your things done, when you are ticking things from your to-do list, when you're being busy, then you're being productive. And when you are not doing anything, when you're resting, when you are scrolling through social media, when you're not constantly doing, you're being unproductive. Now my question to you is, who said that? Who made the rules saying what is productive and what is not productive? Who set the rules and who said where it stops and where it starts to be productive and to be unproductive? Think about your phone, for example. Your phone has a battery that will run low when you're using it for too long, and you need to charge it in order to be productive again, right? Would you now say when the phone is plugged in, it's useless? No, you wouldn't, because the phone itself is still doing its task. Think about a tree in winter. In winter, most trees, they lose their leaves. They go into rest and recharge mode. Would you now say this tree is useless because it has lost its leaves? I guess you wouldn't. We know, and the tree knows, that it's going to wake up in spring, it's going to recharge while it's losing the leaves, while it's resting over the winter, in order to be ready for the spring, in order to provide in spring what everyone needs: leaves, oxygen, and bloom again. So most importantly, I want you to remove that thought of being unproductive is a failure, is something bad, is something you should avoid. Because when you are fighting against a situation, against a feeling, then you are fueling it more. The more you fight against something, the more energy you give it, and also the more power you give it to take over you. Now imagine you want so bad to be productive again, you want so bad to put away your phone and get your things done from your task list, but all you do is thinking about how lazy you are, and you are judging yourself for being in that situation. You are fighting yourself. You want to fight that situation in order to go away, and you are actually doing the exact opposite. So I want you to first of all accept it, and give yourself some grace. Give that situation some grace. Talk to yourself in a kind manner and tell yourself, like, listen, this is not a moment of judgment. This is not a moment that I want to remove. It's a moment that is here to tell me something. It's a moment to recharge, for me to be ready to be productive again. This is a moment for me to set back. Now, sometimes we need to be productive, right? Sometimes the timelines are just passing and we are not able to give us this period of grace and period of time to set back, to rest and to recharge in that sense. But then still, when you are giving yourself that grace, you tell yourself it's okay that you are feeling this way. It's okay that you feel unproductive. Doesn't mean that you can't get out of this. I mean, when you need to be productive, your exam is tomorrow, is next week, or you have to finish some project for your work, or you are running late for some appointment. Sometimes we have to finish our tasks in time, and when this unproductivity arises just before, we cannot always give us this period of grace. And in those moments, what you can do is, first of all, tidy your space. First of all, step back for a moment, not for too long, for a few minutes, for a few seconds. Take a deep breather and then tidy up your space. When your space is clean, is tidied up, then you feel already more clear in your head. Sometimes we have brain fog, we didn't move for such a long time, and when we don't move, it keeps our energy stagnant, and when our energy is stagnant, it's more likely to feel stuck, obviously, because your body literally is stuck. You have to move to tidy up your space, to get a clear mind, to get clear energy, and recharge with removing those distractions, removing those obstacles that are in your way at this moment. You want to declutter your energy, which means your space, your mind, your situation, that moment, and bring in fresh air. Actually, fresh air with opening a window. Then again, I want to talk about the inner dialogue. You have to rephrase your inner dialogue, because if you keep punishing yourself, if you keep judging yourself, if you keep belittling yourself, you are not going to feel good about doing something. You have to think about having a child or having a pet, and let's say that child, that pet is not doing what it should do. If you would now belittle that child or that pet, if you would now punish it and judge it for not doing the thing it should do, how motivated do you think this child or this pet will be to actually do the thing? Not at all. So talk to yourself as you would talk to your best friend, to your child, to your pet. I'm always thinking about my cats. And even though my cats are not human and they don't need to do anything in that sense, I'm thinking about how would I talk to my cat when she scratches my favorite outfit, or when she is waking me up in the middle of the night, or when my cat is coming to me and literally meowing, asking me to pet her even though I'm super busy. I would never punish this cat. I would never scream at her. I would never say how lazy she is, how annoying she is, how inconvenient and useless she is, because I love her. Like, I love my pets. So why would I ever punish them? And you have to think the same way about yourself. Why would you ever punish yourself? Like, you yourself, you are the only person, the only soul that will be with you for the rest of your life. And if you keep punishing yourself, you are not going to do anything good for you. You are not creating a relationship that will nurture you and your future. You are literally harming yourself. You are almost cutting in your hand over and over again by doing that. So instead of asking yourself, why are you so lazy? Why are you so stuck? Instead of punishing and pushing yourself, ask yourself, what's going on? What would light you up right now? Like, I'm asking myself, what can I do that lights me up right now, that gives me energy for me in order to be productive again, to get my work done when it needs to be done. So we have declutter, move your body, rephrase your inner dialogue, and the last and probably the most important point, reconnect with your why. We are only being lazy and being unproductive and feeling stuck or even procrastinating when we don't have a strong why. When you are not having a strong why, you don't know why you should do things. And with a strong why, I don't mean money, I don't mean because you can buy yourself a bag. A strong why is something that has an emotional connection and is something that truly drives you, that fires you up to do what needs to be done. And if you don't have that, of course you're going to distract yourself, you're going to procrastinate because you don't really know why you're walking that way in the first place. Imagine you are going on a hike, on a long walk, and you don't even know where you're going to. You will feel tired and exhausted and want to turn around, want to distract yourself because you don't have a strong why. When you know the end of your goal, of your journey, when you know where you want to head at, when you know you want to reach the peak and see the view on top of the mountain, then you have a strong why and you keep going without being so distracted because you want to reach there. So I want you to ask yourself again why you're doing that. And I tell you one personal example from what happened the past 2 weeks to me, because I was suddenly super unproductive, uninspired, unmotivated to do content. I didn't know what to talk about. I didn't know what to post on my Instagram anymore. I was in that rut, right? And I was asking myself as well why I'm being so unproductive. And I couldn't get out of it until I asked myself, why did I start doing that in the first place? What was my why? And my why is to help women. My why is to be that sister that many of you didn't have. My why is to be that person that I wish was there on social media when I was younger. And this is what truly fires me up. This is what truly gives me power and gives me purpose in what I am doing. If I wouldn't have that why, if I would just do that for the fame, I would have stopped by now. That's why so many YouTubers and so many people don't make it, because they don't have a strong why. So I was asking myself, why was I starting in the first place? Why am I on this journey? I started going on this journey because I want to be in the position where I am able to take care of myself 100%. I don't want to be in any situation in my life anymore where I have to be dependent on someone else. I don't want to be in a situation where I have to change myself. I don't want to be anymore in any situation where I have to do things I don't want to do, where I have to do a job that doesn't fulfill me. I don't want to be in a position anymore where I have to diminish who I am. I have to make myself smaller than what I am in order to be liked from other people. I don't want this anymore. I have a strong why. My why is also that I want to be that person. I want to be that woman for so many other women that makes them go that exact same journey. I have a super strong why, a strong why for myself and a strong why for other people. I want to be that change in other people's lives, in other women's lives, that makes them realize, oh, I don't want to live the life that way. I want to live my fullest and best version of myself. I don't want to make myself smaller. I don't want to do things that I actually don't want to do, and I want to be also in a position where I don't have to do that in order to survive. And every woman has the ability and the possibility to do that. And that's why I'm here, because I wish there was a person like me on the internet when I was younger, when I was 15 years old. I wish there was one woman that was like me and would give me that insight, that advice. And this why is so strong that it made me charged up again. It made me remember why I started in the first place. And when you have that strong why, nothing and nobody can get into your way. You also stop to be so unproductive. You stop to procrastinate, you stop to be distracted by things that are not that important, because your why is so strong and is so fulfilling that nothing is more important than your why. You are not here to tick boxes of your to-do list. You are here to create a life that feels fulfilling and is magnetic for you. You are creating the best version of yourself, and you're creating the best life for yourself for a reason. So sit down, take a moment and write down, who is this person that you want to be? How is she? What does she wear? Who is she talking to? Who is she entertaining? What is her life looking like? What is she doing on her daily day? What are her hobbies? Answering these questions will put you back into power, will give you back your strength, and will make you feel and be productive again without you having to do more, to punish yourself, to change anything, by simply reconnecting with your why and with what you're trying to create. You might think now, yeah, it sounds so easy for you to say what is your why, but it doesn't sound easy, and it was not easy, never, for me to find my why. To find your why, you have to dive deep and ask yourself, which situation do you despise in your life? When there is a situation you hate in your life and you know you would give your everything to be out of this situation, this circumstance, you will also do and give everything to get out of it. So you need to really ask yourself, what is it that I want to change so badly in my life? What is it that doesn't feel like me, that doesn't make me feel good in my body, and what can I do? And this is your why. You have to ask yourself, what are you feeling that you don't want to ever feel again? Connect your why with a feeling that you never want to feel again, and you will stop to be unproductive, because it will be your natural way of being. You know, when you touch in the fire, your skin will burn and you will feel pain. So you will stop to touch into the fire. Always remember, productivity is never about pressure, it's always about alignment. You don't have to hustle to be worthy, you just have to remember who you are and why you are here. Now go reset like the queen you are, and thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I see you in my next video. Bye bye.